You've done a lot of work on self-limiting stories and blind spots people have. You write about how it's hard to be the person you want to be when the world forces you to be different. Can you just talk about that?
We all want to adapt in some way, right? I'll go back to when I was in my 20s, probably coming out of my teens, but let's say entering the workforce for the first time. I wanted everybody to like me, right? And
Yeah.
so I prided myself on being a chameleon, a personality chameleon. I could be like anybody who I was around. I can find our connection and get them to think I was cool, like I was nice, like I was, worthwhile hanging out with. Um, and I prided myself on that. Like I was very conscious that I was doing that and that's what I wanted. And then honestly, this triggered uh, some realization as I rose up in my career, because as you become more of a leader and more mature, you realize you can't actually have everybody like you. So my first company was a record company, and I was working at other record companies, some big labels, and then I decided to start my own record label. And inevitably, people are not going to like me. They're not going to like my music. They're not going to like what I do. And that's when I realized, like, I'm not going to win by having everybody like me. I'm not going to win by trying to conform to society the way I
Yeah.
think society is. And that changed everything for me. So then fast forward, a couple decades,
Why did that change everything for you?
because I stopped valuing myself through the eyes of other people and really learning to accept who I am, the, uh, the pros and cons. And instead of needing approval from somebody else, needing somebody else to like me, for me to think that I was good enough. And, that that's what changed everything, right? Um,
Yeah, idiosyncrasies and all, and maybe even more because of your idiosyncrasies. Is that
com-
fair?
completely. Yeah. And yeah, I'm all about learning about who I am, because the more I know about who I am, the more I know about other people. And in fact, the only reason I write the newsletter, if I didn't write my newsletter, I'd probably have no idea who I am. I every newsletter I write, it's like my hand does its own thing, and when I'm done, I'm like, "Holy shit, that sounds a lot like me." And,
Yeah.
so that continuous education and self-awareness, I think, first of all, it's really important to me, but it allows people to, if you do it, to understand who you are and be yourself in a society that everybody's trying to be like, or a lot of people are trying to conform to others or conform to the way their group is, or what have you, the company is. Um, and individuality, especially as we move towards a more AI driven society, like individuality is critical. Being yourself and understanding yourself to stand out uh, in a world that might be just coded is everything.